Yo, yo, guys.
Welcome.
This is Darkroamer
and Mystic. How's
from
it going?
LunaciaAcademy. As you guys know, we just came back from our San Diego trip. If any of you guys don't know, we just came back from a 1-week vacation where we went to Vancouver to meet Guru, and then we scooped him up, and all three of us went to San Diego for an NFT convention.
Yep. And in this video, we'll try to give you guys more or less a recap of everything that happened. It's been one hell of a crazy trip.
It was a nutty trip. Like the whole thing was crazy from start to
end. Yeah, you're in for a good story. So let's get started with our first night. So our first night we went to Vancouver to meet.
Yeah. So this was on the 23rd, like the Tuesday. We went to see Guru in Vancouver, and it was a beautiful city.
It was great, man.
It was warm. It was by the coast.
Oh, dude, the view was fantastic. Getting around the city was amazing. Like, honestly, out of all the cities I've been to in Canada, I think Vancouver might be my favorite.
Oh yeah,
it was so nice.
It was
great.
Oh, there was such good food as well. We had bubble tea. We got to meet a bunch of the boys at MTTM as well. We met Guru in real life. We met Toxic in real life. We met Manahime as well. She showed us the best bubble tea place.
No cap, Mana, big shout out. That bubble tea shop downtown was the best bubble tea I've ever had, and I will 100% get it again next time I'm in Vancouver.
We had some great seafood there as well. Good food all around. Oh, it was a good time. It was a good time. Our first day, it was pretty normal. We stayed in Airbnb, you know, got some food. It was an easy night, you know. First day meeting the boys, we went around, played some pool. It was a good time. Second night though, we heard a story from Guru. Apparently, there are some wild coyotes out in Vancouver, and we asked him, you know, what kind of animals are out there? He told us that. And, you know, we never thought we would see one, but...
Well, he was like, okay, we heard coyotes. We're like, okay, it's fine. There's coyotes in Ottawa. It's probably not that big of a deal. So basically, cutting to the end of the second night, you know, where we spent the whole day with Guru, you know, got some food, some drinks. We had a great time. And once we're back at the Airbnb, we decided, you know, might as well go outside.
Yeah, get some fresh air.
Might as well enjoy the weather while we're here. So while we're sitting outside and we're talking, I see these two big old coyotes come up. They were the size of like German shepherds. They were like either gray or white. They looked like wolves.
They were
big.
So like I'm standing there and I'm like just minding my own business, relaxing, and Mystic's
I'm like, yo, Victor, what's that over there?
I turn around, I check it out, and I'm like, holy shit, those are coyotes. I'm like, yo, run. And I just fucking book it.
And I'm like, bro, that's not what you're supposed to do.
I know.
You're not supposed to run by my fucking right or die.
Thinking back to it, I probably should have walked back slowly, but I just ran like a motherfucker.
He ran, so I'm like, fuck it, and I ran too. We came back into the Airbnb, and like 5 minutes later, we're like, okay, this is boring. Let's go out.
Yeah, so we thought, you know, we almost like died to wolves, and we're like, you know what? Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
But this time, we had a certain weapon with us.
Oh yeah. So quick backstory. So Victor has these beat up old like 4-year-old shoes that he should have thrown out 5 years ago, man. These shoes were disgusting.
These are some 150 damage sandals, man.
Oh man. And like you bought some new shoes. You bought some.
We got some good shopping done in Vancouver. Very nice time.
Yeah, we kind of realized that we're not really gonna bring these shoes. These were kind of like they've been fully depreciated. You know, they have no value anymore. So we decided, you know what? Why not use this as our weapon against the coyotes? We each grab one of these stinky rubbery shoes. And if they come, man, oh, they better not. Those shoes are gonna go flying at them. 110 damage. So we both grab a shoe and we
go
run
outside.
Out. Thankfully, we didn't see any coyotes, but like there was a point where like a fire truck passed by, and like they all started howling, and the howling came from around us. It was like several points where we're like right next to this kind of like foresty park area.
So basically, like, we didn't see any more wolves, but we could hear them all around us.
There were several, and they were close.
Yeah, so we just kind of like, okay, this shoe isn't gonna take care of 10 wolves. Let's head back. Let's go back into the house.
Yeah. So I said that was about it for that night.
Yeah, that was our Vancouver trip. Pretty good. We had some fights with some wolves. You know, battled it out. Used some sandal. We beat the mechs.
If we ended the trip there, trip would have been honestly perfect. You know, we got to see Guru, we got to see Toxic. Just Vancouver itself was such a beautiful city. But yeah, the next day we, myself, Victor, and Guru, we basically all met up at the airport and we flew over to San Diego.
Yep, and we're gonna meet you guys in San Diego because our time there was nuts.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yo, we're in San Diego now.
We made it. So we're coming out of the plane. It was quite a long flight. It was like 5 hours with with everything, with like dropping off our luggage, picking it up. It was like a good like 6-7 hours. We're all hungry. We come to San Diego. It's already like dark. It's already night.
But I do want to mention first thing that it was warm. It was nice and warm, and the sun was really bright. So when we arrived and we got outside, it was dark, but we could see in the plane that the sun was beaming.
Oh, it was beaming.
The California.
He came like 2 hours before us because he took a different flight, and he was like, man, I was just soaking up the sun.
The sun was really strong. Californian sun, oh man, I'm jealous of you guys.
It hits different. But basically, we got an Uber, and we were driving over to our Airbnb, and we're excited. We're looking around like, man, finally we're in California. You know,
palm trees, big buildings, like everything. Flashing lights. That's what we wanted to see. So we got in our Uber and we were trying to get back to our Airbnb so we can drop off our stuff and head downtown, experience the nightlife in San Diego.
Yep. So we get to our Uber. We get to our Airbnb and we unpack. And keep in mind, this Airbnb is actually really nice. It's like this whole basement unit. It's got nice bathrooms, bedrooms, kitchen.
It was pretty cheap too. Yeah, it was a really nice price.
Whole 9 yards. We didn't really put 2 and 2 together that the area was not that good up until after. That's a little foreshadowing for the story, but
we did notice. Like I remember when we first arrived, I was like, this place looks kind of, dinky. There's some gates. There's no like
freaky dinky.
There's no like there were like old houses. Yeah. There's no like modern ones that have a bunch of gates, like some barbed wire fences, bars, everything.
But we also this is our first time in Cali, so it's like we're like, okay, it's
fine. It's maybe it's America. It's an American thing, screw it.
Yeah.
So we didn't make too much of it. We just unpacked our stuff and then we went over to grab some food from downtown, right?
Yeah.
So one thing that was really nice is that they had these electric scooters in California, San Diego.
The limes.
So
nice.
Before we went downtown, we wanted to appease the appetite, get it going a bit. So we go over, buy some drugs. I'm just joking. Some marijuana. It's legal in California.
Some devil's lettuce.
Yeah. So we take the scooter. Oh man, we were the 3 MTTM goon boys, the whole goon squad.
Down. So in the video, you see us just ripping down the roads, and Guru's driving with one hand, and he's got the GoPro in the other, and he's trying to record.
Oh my god, there's one part he hit a bump, and he almost ate shit. He almost wiped out completely.
Oh, it was
we were like, oh shit, are you good? Are you good?
We good? Whoa! I hit something, dude! I definitely hit something! Dude, I saw you wobble, and I'm like, oh no.
He made it. It's Guru though.
Yeah, no, Guru always makes it.
Yeah. So we got to the dispensary and we're all about to walk in, and then they both turn to me. They're like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What? I'm just going in." They're like, "No, bro, you're not 21 yet." I'm like, "Oh man, like this is something I completely forgot about because in Canada it's 19 for everything, right?
Yep.
So I can go into liquor stores, dispensaries, no problem. In the US, it's 21. So.
He was only 20, so he couldn't go in
I was
yet.
like 2 days away, 2-3 days away. So I basically had to just wait outside like a little kid.
Yeah, he was our poachie. We left him outside.
Yep. They took their sweet time in there too. I don't know what took them so damn long.
They had to take our ID. It was a bunch of stuff, but we got what we wanted. We smoked it up, and we were ready to get some food and some drinks on us.
Oh yeah.
So we take the scooters back, and we go all the way to downtown. When we get to downtown, we realize, it's not that busy. It's Thanksgiving, but there's still some people. So, we were like, okay,
we found this nice Mexican restaurant. I forget what it was called. The tacos were incredible.
Great restaurants in San Diego.
And
amazing food.
And we want to get a drink, right? And let me tell you guys, I'll clue you in on one of my secrets right here.
So he wanted to drink some alcohol, but he wasn't of age yet.
Yeah, so that's the issue.
Strategy.
When you want to get something but you're not old enough, this is what you do. Assuming you're at the table with people who are, Victor and Guru both 22. Oh, sorry, above 21. Sorry. So the waiter asked them, well, what would you guys like to drink? They put in their order, and I was like, okay, this is the trick. Don't tell your parents. I basically was like, well, I'm still deciding. Let me come back to it in like a couple minutes, right? The reason being, I'm gonna see if the waiter then, asks them for ID. If after I'm like, no thanks, he was like, okay, well, let me see your ID. Now I know I can't get anything.
Exactly.
But he didn't, So then he came back. He's like, have you decided? I'm like, oh yeah, let me get the biggest drink here.
And
no ID.
No ID. He was able to get. Oh, let me bear this in mind too. I have to say that. I'm sorry. I'm calling you out. Mystic here is the biggest white girl. He's a basic Barbie, okay? He got every single pink drink, fruity drink, you know, he got like this margarita with a popsicle in it.
What's your point, bro? Listen, you can scarf down the mediocre beer as
it was a great ale, by the way.
Oh yeah, as you're making it sound like as if you like beer.
He gets ciders and
this guy
sweet
does
drinks.
not like beer.
We ate our food, a lot of food, because it's America.
Oh, American supersize. Like, you think, like, you know, in Canada, you get a meal, it's like a decent bowl. No, in the States, you get, like, a feast, a Thanksgiving feast. So after, we're like, okay, we can't, like, let's not let's not scooter back, we're probably gonna throw up.
So we just had to walk it off.
Burn off the food a little
And it's not even that bad. It was like a 30-minute walk back to the Airbnb. So, you know, we get on our way, we start walking, and obviously it's like 11:30 at night, so, you know, it's not the safest, but we're 3 guys, so we're like, whatever, it's fine, right?
What's the worst that can happen?
So we're walking towards, you know, our area where Airbnb is, and we get out of downtown, we start to notice it's getting dark. It's getting darker and darker. And I don't mean the sky, I mean the streets. There are less people, less cars, less lights, and we're like, oh, okay, it's looking kind of spooky. Yeah. But then we noticed the houses. You want to describe those?
Yeah. So we're walking and we noticed that like every house has either like barbed wire or like chain link fence, right? As we're walking, we noticed that. Not only that, they have gates on every door and window,
not like gates, like hardcore prison gates.
Yeah, like metal gates. And in addition, some of the houses had like guard dogs.
A lot of
German
guard dogs.
Shepherds, pit bulls, scary ass dogs.
Yeah, not like your Chihuahuas or Corgis. No. You got like big old like German Shepherds ready to like bite your neck off.
Kind of wanted to pet one, but probably shouldn't have.
No, he would have bitten your hand off.
Yep. So we were walking, and then we start noticing there are just a lot of tents.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit. I was like pointing, I'm like, yo guys, those are tents, right? I'm like, holy shit. And then I looked in front of us, and Guru was mentioning as well, both sides of the street, all covered in tents. There were hundreds of tents. We're like, oh shit, we can't go into that street. That's homeless. That's a homeless center. Like that's the whole street's homeless street.
Oh yeah.
And we know how it is in America. If you're not like, you know, diligent, if you're not smart about things, you're gonna get stabbed and robbed.
Yeah. And
especially with like the current homeless situation they have in California, it's bad.
It's not good.
So we immediately got out of there because we didn't want, we didn't want to mess around. We're tourists. We look like we have money. Yeah. We don't want to get stabbed and robbed. Like that's not a good idea. So me, Guru, Mystic, we all go to the next street over.
We take like a sharp turn to try to avoid all the tents. Keep in mind, the street that we turned off, like, it also wasn't, it's not like, oh, we're out of there, you know, it was still sketch, and it was still a really, really sketchy walk all the way back, but eventually we made it, you know? It
was an iffy first impression of San Diego, but you know what, we were like, you know, we got home, we're safe.
Listen, mission accomplished. We drove around, we got everything we wanted, we got some food, we're at the Airbnb, let's unwind. So me and Victor plopped down on the couch.
We grab our laptops out, you know, we without these bad boys.
Oh yeah, get everything ready.
We start opening them up, you know, we load up Axie, all that stuff. Yeah. But we're like relaxed.
At the same time though, Guru just goes to his room and he sees he sees that we're on our laptops. He's like, okay, let me go get mine. And while he's in his room, out of the corner of our ears, we hear, hello? Why are you in my bed?
We're like, Guru, we're on the couch. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we think he might be pranking us or something. You know, like we don't really know what's happening.
I honestly thought he was just like mumbling or something. I thought he was trying to talk to us. I'm like, I can't hear you properly. What are you saying?
Either that or like a prank or something. But like, we didn't really take it too seriously at first. He comes out of his room, closes the door, looks at us, and he's like, "There's somebody in my bed."
He had like a pretty pale and expression.
There's literally someone in my bed.
And that's when our faces go like, "What the fuck?"
And
no way.
Look. So he opens the door. We go in.
Lo and behold, man.
First thing that hits us is just the smell.
It smells like puke in there. It just smells like a lot of vomit.
At some point while we were out getting food, some guy, really drunk, managed to break into the Airbnb and helped himself to Guru's bed, and just proceeded to also throw up everywhere.
So essentially there's some random guy we don't know, is a big old guy too. He's not small. He looks like he's 6'5" or something. Yeah. And he's completely drunk, passed out in Guru's bed, and he's puked everywhere in the room. And like this was straight out of a fucking horror story. Like what the fuck?
Like we left the Airbnb assuming like you know, nobody's gonna get in, so we didn't bother like hiding and putting away everything.
So literally out of the fire pit,
Past.
from like our walk in the sketch town into the goddamn fireplace with this whole situation happening in our Airbnb. And as you were mentioning,
Yeah,
we have all of our
everything.
stuff
We had our
everywhere.
passports, luggage, our wallets, our boarding passes, Victor's treasure, and like
So bad.
everything. So like,
We could have gotten completely wrong.
yeah, as bad as the night was, like it really could have ended worse. We didn't want to get like stuck in San Diego with absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, Guru was really smart. He was like, guys, immediately check if you've gotten, if you have everything. Check if there's anything missing.
Yeah.
Check if you know, got anything stolen. So immediately did a check, and luckily
Nothing. There.
nothing.
Everything.
got taken,
Even
yeah.
though like a lot of the things were like just like out in the open. Like he really could have.
Yeah, so we're all like kind of like pretty freaked out. I remember we're all just like laughing hysterically, like what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on? So we immediately book a new hotel because we're not staying there. That. Like that's not a good idea. This place has been broken into. You know, one of the rooms has puke everywhere on it. There's a random guy in the place. Like we're out. We're out. We're not staying
We
here.
don't trust here.
No.
So basically, after we find a hotel and we're like, okay, let's just do a quick once over, check everything, make sure we didn't forget anything.
Like we're about to leave at
We're
this
literally
point.
not coming back to this place ever again. So me and Victor check the rooms, the living rooms, everything, and Max goes to check the his room.
Yep.
And we walk in, and it's, keep in mind, this is like pitch black, right? So he has his flashlight, and we're kind of like going across like the floor, the closets, the wall, and like at some point he brings the camera up. I remember because this looks straight out of a horror movie, straight out of Outlast. He brings the camera, the flashlight up to the middle of the bed, and the dude is standing, like sitting up on the bed, head down, rocking like this in a pitch black room. We put the camera, we're like, oh, like
Guru
turn it off,
literally just
close
like
the door.
closes the door. He's like, nope, nope.
We're like,
nope.
get the f- out
And
of
I'm
here.
like, I'm not with them at this time. I'm like about to put my shoes on because we already checked everywhere else. It's just that one room left, you know, Guru's room.
Yeah.
And like I'm about to go, and all of a sudden I hear, go now,
Get
go.
out.
Like Guru's just yelling like sergeant style, like go.
Yeah.
We're not staying here. Go.
No time to put on your shoes,
No,
your coat, nothing. Just
literally,
get the hell out of
I
the
had to
place.
run outside barefoot, holding my shoes and my suitcase, and I'm just like, guys, don't leave me, fucking don't leave me, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
And like we're all just basically running out of the house. We're like, we're not staying here.
Yeah.
Like Guru, like I was talking to Guru after, he was like, bro, that was straight out of a horror
That was
story.
scary as hell, man.
So
Oh.
that was our first night, and we're not even done the night
No, we're
yet.
not
It's
even
like
done.
2 a.m. and we need to go to our new hotel,
So
which
we're
is
like,
all
we
the way
make it out of
downtown.
the Airbnb. Now we're like, okay, well,
What
we
now?
Keep in mind the hotel that we went to was even farther than the place we scootered to. So this was like a pretty far walk.
Yeah, it's like all the way downtown by the convention.
And we have our luggages, we have everything on us. Like we had to literally pack everything up. So like we're wearing layers, we got our coats, our suitcases, everything.
Yep, backpacks, everything, and like
this was late, so there was no Ubers. There was
yeah,
no
so
scooters.
we had to walk. We couldn't like scooter with them, and we didn't Uber, so we had to walk all the way to our new hotel. And let me tell you, this was Thanksgiving night. There's
it was
a ghost. There was no one.
Except for
Homeless people. So we were walking through that sketchy street with all the homeless people through downtown, which was filled with homeless
with
people.
our luggages.
There were
everything.
streets where I saw at least maybe 10 to 20 homeless people, and they were all looking at us and our
Yeah,
suitcases.
they would be sleeping. That we would pass, and they would,
Look
they would
up,
wake up, look,
may
and
eye contact,
and some
eye
people
contact.
would like get up and like follow us.
Yeah, so me and Guru had our phones, our selfie phones, and we're like checking behind
Your
us.
selfie phone?
Or like we had a selfie camera on, and we're like checking behind to see if they're still following us, because like they were following us from a distance, and we want to know if they were getting closer or not.
Yeah.
And like
I had the GoPro stick.
oh, Mystic over here.
So I took the GoPro, like the long GoPro stick. I extended it like a baton, and I'm walking with it. I'm like,
He's like ready to beat the
I'm
shit out
like,
of somebody,
if
like
something happens, oh,
Luke
man.
Skywalker style.
oh yeah. In case, thankfully it didn't come to that. Eventually,
No.
the ones that were following us, they like decided it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, well, there was 3 guys. Luckily, if it was us, if it was just one guy, if it was just one of us individually, we would have gotten robbed.
Oh, if it was just you would have been taken.
Like any of us, man.
No, but yeah. Okay.
Bro. So, okay, we finally make it to our hotel, and it's been quite the eventful night. This was our first night in San Diego once again.
We're like, okay, that was
holy
enough.
shit.
That was enough for the first
We
night.
go through Sketchville. We, you know, almost go into this homeless city. We find a random dude in our Airbnb, and then we get followed by a bunch of homeless people as we try to get back to the new destination.
Not fun. We get to the hotel.
We just put our bags in and we just fucking K. We sleep and we're just like, you know, tomorrow will be a new day. It'll be better.
And luckily, that is how the first night in San Diego ended.
Oh yeah.
As
and
crazy as it was.
And this was the Friday night, and then we'll see you guys again on the Saturday night.
Oh yeah.